welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted. I'm really lazy, as you can tell. I was just throwing on clothes and shit. At least I match colors, but yeah. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I've kind of been busy with baby stuff and school. But yeah, welcome back to my channel, and we're gonna get started with a Q&A video. I'm so sorry to the people that I have not been answering your questions. I've been waiting to do this video. I know I said, oh, you can like DM me and I'll answer questions, but then everybody was asking me to do a Q&A video, so then I was like, oh, okay, well then I'll just wait to do it in a video, because then if I'm just answering everybody's question in a DM, then it's literally pointless to do a freaking Q&A. First question, are you planning on having more kids? You someday want to give Clara some sibling in her life. One, I just want one more kid. I only want 2 kids, really. I don't think I can manage 3 or 4. I'm not even sure if I can manage 1 yet, but hey, we're gonna try it out and see how it works, right? That's how you learn if you can have a second one or not, I guess, but you gotta have a first one to know if you're gonna have more than 1, honestly. Some people are like, oh, I'm gonna have like 5 kids, and then they have 1 and they're like, yeah, I'm set. And then they get fixed and shit. Like, I know some people like that. So, but yes, eventually one day I would love to give Clara a sibling, and I would love for her to have a full sibling. So that means with the father, because I'm not really looking for anybody else. I really just want the father. Question 2. Technically that's 4, so 2. What are you most excited for about having a baby? Honestly, right now, like, Dylan's sister just had a kid a couple months back, and like holding her in my arms is like the most amazing feel. Like, she's just so cute, and when like babies look at you in the eyes, and I just want to hold my baby. Like, I just want to hold her in my, like, I've been holding her in my stomach for 9 months now. I just want to hold her in my arms so bad. So yeah, that's probably what I'm most excited for, and then like all the clothes and stuff, and just honestly to be a mom. Like, I'm ready to be a mom. I wasn't at first, but I'm ready now. Third question. A lot of people have been asking me like, who's the girl that got cheated on and stuff, and I'm just here to say, like, I've told everybody that's asked me, I'm not saying, like, if you didn't know before and you didn't hear it when it was happening and stuff, you're not gonna know now. Unless you hear it from a friend, like, no. Because that's not for me to share. I'm not going to share that. I don't want to share that. If anyone was to share it, it'd be her. And I don't think she really wants to share that. Like, nobody really wants to talk about it. So, and we've all moved past that. And me and her are like cool now. So if people could stop trying to like bring up past drama, that'd be great. Like, I don't mean to beef with anybody about it, but like, I'm really sick and tired of people walking up to me and asking me, oh, who's the girl that got cheated? Like, it's really none of your business. Like, I would just like to keep it private, because like I said, it's not my info to tell, and I don't want to tell it. I don't think anybody wants to tell it, so please, please, please stop asking me that. That's the only reason I brought up the question in this Q&A, is because I just want to get it out there. I don't want to talk about that. Fourth question. What is your living situation with you and Dylan? From time to time, for this whole week he's been home, I do sleep at his house. I'm also very close with his family, very close with him. Obviously, I do live at home with my parents, well, my mom and stepdad, and my little sister. I live at home in my own bed. I do have a house, but I do enjoy staying here whenever I can. Like, even when he wasn't home, he was at boot camp, I was still staying here, because it's a safe place for me to come, and I love his family. His family's always been really good to me and good with me. Like, they treated me like family from the beginning, before me and Dylan were ever really serious. So, we don't live together. I don't think we're planning on living together for a bit. We're 17 and 18. so that's kind of young. We do have a kid, but that's still young. I know we're having a kid young, but that doesn't mean we have to rush everything else with it. The baby will primarily be living with me. I'm the mom. I'm going to be in Maine a lot more than Dylan, so the baby is definitely going to be living more with me because they'll be able to see family a lot more that way. But when Dylan is home, he's allowed to take the child, our child, whenever he wants. I'm not gonna be like, no, I have to be there for the kid to be there, or something like no. Even if me and Dylan aren't together, I'm not gonna be that way. It's your kid. That's all that needs to be said. It's your kid too, like that's all that needs to be said. So, question number 5. You couldn't even see my hand in that. 5. Are you and Dylan planning on getting back together? It's really funny because this was like the #1 asked question. So I was like, oh, I don't really know how to explain that situation. Like, I'm going to be going to college. Yes, we do have a kid together and everything, but I'm going to be going to college either this year or next year. He is going into the, like, he is already a Marine. Like, he is a part of the Marines. He will be home 30 days out of the year. Right now, where we're at, I just don't know if it exactly makes sense for us to be together. Would we both want to? Yes, we both want to be together. We both love each other very, 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 very much. I've never loved somebody like I love him, except for this kid, but that's like a different, yeah. Would I like to be with him? Yes. Would he like to be with me? Yes. But we actually just had a conversation about this literally not that long ago because he just got home literally Wednesday. What's the day? Tuesday? So like about a week ago. I hate myself. We did have a conversation about it, and I don't know. It just kind of came down to we can't really promise each other anything right now, like in a relationship type wise. Not because we don't love each other or anything, or we're looking to be the, like, he pretty much said, like, he did say he wasn't trying to be with anybody else, and I said I wasn't trying to be with anybody else. We just don't see a way of being together and it making sense right now. Like, it would just be really, really, really hard on top of everything else that's also going to be really, really, really hard. And a relationship, we don't know if that would work right now, or if it would like just make things harder and then we'd end up breaking up or something, and we don't want to get in another relationship just to break up. Like, if we're getting in a relationship again, it's gonna be because it's like what we really, really want, and it's gonna stick. So yeah. Nonetheless, he's still my best friend. I'm still gonna post about him all the time, saying how much I love him and adore him and how proud I am of him, because he is my best friend and he's also the father of my child. So I might also slip up from time to time, call myself his girlfriend, even though it's technically not what I am. I'm probably going to do it because that's just the way it is. And it's like burned in my head that he is the love of my life. So question number 6. Why did you plan on making this YouTube account? So I didn't really plan it. It kind of was just sprung onto me in an idea, and then 2 nights later, I was basically, maybe not 2 nights later, but a couple nights later, maybe a week later, I was making an account, and then a couple days after that, I was posting videos on it, or a video on it, I should say. Question number 7. Oh, it's the kitty. Don't you love him? I was kind of mad about this question, like really upset by this question. Not that like my feelings were hurt at all by the question or anything, but like I was just like, okay, if anybody that knows me knew me before I had gotten pregnant, like, or kind of stayed in touch with me, like, I don't know, staying tuned with me, or just cared about my opinion in general before I got pregnant, knew I did not support teen pregnancy. I was actually against it. I was always saying, whenever I'd see like videos and stuff about girls being pregnant and a teen, I was constantly saying stuff like, how did she do that to herself? Or who the heck would do that? Like, I was just super judgmental, and honestly, just super naive to the fact that like teen pregnancy does happen. And it's honestly, sometimes for some people, and I'm one of those people, it's just something that has to happen for you to understand it. When it does happen, it needs to be like taken by the hand and like coddled like a baby, since they're having a baby. Not punched like you're angry. Yeah? Sound great? No, I do not support teen pregnancy, but if it happens to you, I'm not gonna not support you. I do not support the idea of teen pregnancy. But like I said, I'm not gonna not support somebody that is going through it, but I'm not gonna tell somebody to be a freaking teen mom. Okay, question number 8. So this one made me really happy because I love explaining this. What's the baby's name and why? So her name, so I say it right, clear my throat. Her name is Clara Lynette Coombs. So for the first name, Clara, I've been obsessed with the name Elena since I was like in middle school and the Vampire Diaries became a thing, and I heard the name and I just fell in love, like not just because of the character, but like it's legit just such a pretty name. So it was Clara. So when that name popped up, I was like, yeah, like, but I actually had like a really hard time deciding between them. The father, Dylan, actually found the name Clara in the baby name book we were looking through, because like even though I was pretty much set on a name, I was like, why not like keep your options open, right? Like you can't just stay stuck on one thing, because then you're like closed book, like you gotta keep it open, right? So he found the name in the baby book and we were like looking through it and everything, and he was like, Clara's a good name, and I was like, oh, that is a good name, like I like that name. So we were pretty much stuck. I think the second he heard Clara, he was dead set on it. He was like, I want my kid to be I want my baby girl to be named Clara. And I was like, but I still love Elena. Thing is, in my family, I have a baby sister named Alana. Alana, right? Yeah. I have a little niece that was born a couple months ago, like I said, named Aubrey. The mom was actually just in here. I love her so much. She has my heart. But I literally love those two. There's Alana, Aubrey, Eiley. I know there's more. It's a lot of A and E names, and they're all not that different from each other. Especially Alana, Elena. I would get those mixed up all. I'd be calling my freaking daughter my sister, and my sister my daughter. Like, can't do that. So, Clara. It took a little bit. It took me a couple of weeks, but like after just saying it a lot, it kind of just like, I was just kind of hooked on the name. Like I love the way people say it and the way I say it, and people are like, I love the way you say that name. You sound like you have an accent. I don't know what they're talking about. I just have a speech impediment, not an accent. But like Clara. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But people are like, oh, I love the way you say that name. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, Elena, Clara, I don't know. I don't hear a difference. Maybe other people do, and I'm just losing it. Or maybe they're losing it. Who knows? But, yeah. So, the middle name, Lynette. It wasn't just a random book name or anything. It's actually passed down through his side of the family and the girls for middle names. So I think one of his sister's middle name is Lynette, one of his cousins' middle name is Lynette, a lot of his cousins' middle name is Lynette, some aunts and stuff, and grandmothers and stuff, and there's just a lot of Lynette. And I was like, you know what, I would love to keep that family tradition going, because I can also explain that story to her, and then that's another way she'll always like, because he obviously isn't allowed to be home a lot, another way of like being able to be like, Clara, like, this is your dad, this is history on your dad's family, like, this is how you're connected. I just never want my kid to feel like she can't be proud of her dad, or like she's mad at her dad. I want her to always be proud and to love her dad, and I think she always will. Even if she does one day come to be mad about it, I don't think she'll be mad at him. I think she'll just more be mad at the fact that the Marines are so like private which is understandable. I support the Marines. It sucks sometimes, it really does suck not being able to see him a lot, but I support the Marines and I support what he's doing and what they're doing, and I just want her to feel the same way. Her last name Coombs, just kind of another way to be like, this is who your dad is. Like, I just want her to feel really connected to her dad and stuff. I do have the high hopes that my first name's gonna be Coombs someday. I'm just gonna change my name out of nowhere. Cool, sounds great. No. I'm in high hopes that maybe one day. But like, that's a bit. That's down there. Like, there's a road. And it's a long road. It's a long road. It's like 18 years worth of a road. Down that road somewhere, maybe. Question number 9. What made you want to keep the baby? So it wasn't really one thing necessarily. It was a couple of different things. I'm not gonna explain them all. Bottom line is, I just like wanted to be a mom. I hit a spot, and maybe it was like the first ultrasound, I don't know, but there was just something, and I woke up the next day and I just couldn't imagine not having my kid. Question number 10. Are you going to make any videos with Dylan? I have a short answer for you. Probably not. That's going to be the end of this video, so I don't make this one too long like I did with the last one. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support.